religion is under attack in America. Now, this isn't a prediction for the future. I'm not here to say that one day maybe we'll be under attack. No, religion has been under attack. So before we talk about the future, let's just assess the moment that we're in right now. So Gallup has been asking this question since 1944. Do you believe in God? It used to be 98% of Americans said, yes, I believe in God. Today, 81% said yes. It's down 6 points just from 2017. Now, 81% say they believe in God. You may look at that and be like, well, that's okay. Like, it's pretty good. Better than maybe I thought, right? You look around at what a pagan culture we are, you think it's like 2% of people believe in God. But 81, like that's pretty high still. Nah, not really. The question is deceiving. So Gallup actually asks that question 3 different ways. So the first way they ask it is, do you believe in God? And 81% say yes. Again, lowest ever, but still pretty high. But then they ask it another way too. They have another wording. They say, for each of the terms I'm going to read to you, please tell me if it's something you believe in, something you're not sure about, or something you don't believe in. So they give you 3 options. And the first thing they say is, what about God? In this wording, 79% say they believe in God. So it chips down a little bit. They ask it another way, right? This time they have 5 options. And they say, which is closest to you? You are convinced God exists, that's the highest. You think God probably exists, but you have a little bit of doubt. Probably exists, but a lot of doubt. Probably does not exist, but you're not sure. And then certainly God does not exist. So they give you 5 different options to choose from. When they present it like that, 64% of people are convinced that God exists. So you see how we're chipping away? If you just ask people, does God exist? They say yes. But if you ask a little bit more nuance, a little more detail, well, now you're down to 64% of people. But then you ask people about the Bible. You ask people about the Word of God. And the question is, do you believe that the Bible is the actual literal Word of God that should be taken literally? 20%. Hold on. 49% think it's an inspired Word of God, but not everything should be taken literally, which I love. It's the Word of God, the Almighty, the Creator of all things and all universe, but He didn't. Let's not take it so literally, right? So people may believe in this higher power concept of a God. If you stop someone in the streets, do you believe in the street? Do you believe in God? They'll say yes, because like they believe in like this. But if you ask people if they believe in the God of the Bible, very few people will say yes. And by the way, that was me not long ago. Right? I became a Christian 9 years ago. Right? It was just our anniversary when we became a Christian just before I got married. So it's just about 9 years ago. And I used to be this. I used to be the whole like, if you asked me if I believed in God, I'd be like, yeah, well, tell me about him. It's just like, I don't know anything. It's just like, I'm spiritual, right? Very few people are truly Bible-believing Christians in America anymore. Oh, but do you believe in God? Yeah, sure. But it's just whatever they make up in their head to feel good in the moment. It's not the actual God of the Bible. To a lot of people, Mother Earth is a God, or they've made themselves God. That's what it was for me. You hear people, you ask, do you believe in God, or are you Christian, or whatever, and they'll be like, oh, well, I'm spiritual. And what's that? I'm spiritual. I mean, people go to psychics, they're spiritual, right? Really, when someone says I'm spiritual, which I used to say, that means I worship myself. It means I worship myself and whatever I think, whatever I come up with, whatever I devise in my head that makes me feel good, I'm spiritual, and that's what I believe. Or people will say I believe in a higher power, but that could be anything. I talked to a guy recently who believes in cosmic energy. like, what are you talking about, right? That's a higher power. And then don't get me started on people who say that the Christian God, or that Christians and Muslims worship the same God. You hear people do that. They're like, oh, we need to coexist. We all worship the same God. No, we don't. Not at all. So that's where we are right now. Right? If you believe, like if we were founded as a Bible Christian nation, like we're not anymore. We got like 15, 20% of people truly believe that. And then what percentage of people actually live that? Well. Hey, Slater Crusaders, available now on the First TV app is our special about faith under attack in America. So we first talk with Dennis Prager. Then we also talk with the pastor, although it's in Canada, same thing, who was jailed for staying open during COVID, but it wasn't really about that. And then we talk with the football coach in Washington who prayed in the middle of the field after his football games and was fired and won his case at the Supreme Court. So we talk to people who have been persecuted because of their faith. Hopefully this is as much of an inspiration to you as it was me. The special is available now on thefirsttv.com.